Greetings, my name is Tristan Foxfur, and I am a white mage of Griffonsford. Perhaps you've heard of me and my companions and our adventures chronicled in The Hidden Knife. I do not mean to boast, but we have done some very good work in the area around Fexcare, putting an end to a Nameless One cult within the city and even battling a fire demon from the Nether Hells in the streets of Fexcare itself. I am sure it hardly bears mentioning that as a white mage Oh, what's that? What's a white mage, you ask? Well, the White Mages are one of the major guilds of mages across the continent of Aventuria. We are, if I may say so, the most disciplined of all the orders, dedicated to the protection of the Min Realm against evil mages, witches, and the demons of the Nether Hells. For know this, young adventurer, evil is real, and it will stop at nothing until it has corrupted and destroyed all that is good and holy in this world. That is more or less the reason that I'm here, writing this tome for those who follow in my footsteps. Now, most mages are given one of these at their graduation. This is the Helpful Handbook of the Wandering Adept. More like the ludicrously out-of-date and incorrect Handbook of the Wandering Adept, if you ask me. The purpose of this book is to describe the myths, the legends, the practical tips which a wandering mage will need to help him along his way. In my experience, though, much of the information is erroneous, to say nothing of the spelling, and of course, what is worse, many of the tips are out of date. Now, the purpose of this work, which I am proposing to call something like Tristan Foxfur's Helpful Handbook for the Wandering Adept. Yes, I think there's a rather nice ring to it. Well, the purpose of this work is to update the previous work to add some notes from my own not inconsiderable experience as a traveling mage. And what we'll do is we'll begin by taking a look at the cosmology and the lore of Aventuria, the teachings of the 12, the threat of the Nameless One, and of course the basic workings of magic, things like that. And then we will proceed on a whirlwind tour of the arts, magical and mystical. And along the way, I'll be providing some anecdotes from my own experience as well. But who am I, you ask, to even write such a tome? As I said, I am a white mage of Griffonsford, a member of the Order of the Golden Pentangle, born in the Margravate of Griffonsford, but educated from the age of 8 as a white mage at the Gareth Academy of Sword and Staff. And if you haven't heard of the Gareth Academy, then, well, we'll talk a little bit more later about the different magical guilds and academies. But for the moment, you may understand that my education included matters both military and mystical. I had finished my degree, ISM, don't want to boast or anything, and I was looking forward to a promising career in the service of the Midden Realm, possibly even a future as a lecturer at the Academy, when, well, when Rosalind happened. Who's Rosalind? Well, that's a bit difficult to describe. Imagine, if you will, a beautiful lily on the surface of a pond, like a beautiful, perfect, delicate lily sitting alone there on the surface of the water. But the pond is also full of crocodiles, and you very much want to get to the lily. But to do that, you have to leap from the head of one crocodile to the other without falling in or getting eaten or anything like that. That, in essence, is my relationship with Rosalind. And in essence, that's why I'm out here in the Orklands writing this book and hunting down demons and malevolent witches and meteorites, instead of doing any of the things that everyone was expecting me to do with my life. But I don't want it to sound like I've got regrets or anything. I don't, of course not. We've done some magnificent things, and I met some magnificent people. And did I mention we fought a fire demon? I think I did mention that. I'm quite proud of that, actually. We have a saying at the Gareth Academy of Sword and Staff. The only direction that a white mage runs is forward. Actually, that reminds me of a story. Hi, I'm Richard Rowland, and I play the white mage Tristan Foxfur on The Hidden Knife. Twice a month, together with a group of friends, I'm exploring the world of Aventuria for the first time, and we're streaming it all live on the internet for you to watch so you can judge us about how we spend our free time. This web series is going to focus on the lore of Aventuria itself, as described in books like the Dark Eye Core Rules and in various supplements like the Aventurian Almanac. Now, while John Matthew teaches you the rules of the game through the Book of Aves, Tristan's Helpful Handbook will dig deep into the lore of Aventuria, and particularly its more mystical side. And since these are Tristan's observations, I'm going to try as much as possible to deliver them in his voice, though I'll try my best to keep him from rambling on. You know how mages can be. If you enjoyed this video, I would love to hear from you in the comments or via email about the kinds of topics you would like me to cover or specific questions you have about the setting that you would like us to answer. Until next time, as the elves of Aventuria would say, Sanya Baha.